Okay guys, I'm back again. This time with a quick review on the 12,000 milliamp hour external power bank from banggood.com. They were nice enough to provide me this unit for review. They also provided me with another unit which I will cover in a separate video. But this guy has really come in handy over the past couple of months that I've been reviewing it. Since it is a USB power pack and a lot of my daily devices are USB powered, I've been able to use this guy truthfully on almost a daily basis. Charging my cell phone, my tablet, my GPS system, various odds and ends like Bluetooths. It's just really come in handy and has saved my skin a couple of times when I've forgotten to recharge my cell phone overnight. So these devices are really useful, not only for everyday use but also for emergency use. Say you were stranded on the side of the road because your car had some sort of a problem. Unfortunately, you can't recharge from your car. You can have a device like this in your glove compartment or bag to, charge your cell phone in case it's dead. And also power outages. I did go through a few power outages, not long enough to have to use this device, but for anyone who goes through long power outages, maybe you're in a power outage prone area and you don't want to have to buy some expensive generator, or maybe you're in an apartment and can't, something like this can keep at least your cell phone and tablet up and going for a little bit longer until power is restored. So great emergency item, great everyday item, and not too expensive. Again, I didn't pay for this unit. Banggood provided this as a review unit for me, but the cost of this unit is only $30, which is a lot less than units with similar capacity on other websites and even in retail stores. The average cost for a unit of this capacity is somewhere between $70 and $100, so you're getting it a lot less. It does ship from China, so you are going to have to wait a while for it to come to your house. It took around 25 days for it to be shipped from the Banggood website to my address. But if you're willing to wait, you end up saving a lot of money going this route. So as far as the device itself, now that I've gone over what it's useful for, it comes with the user manual, which I didn't get with this review unit for some reason. I didn't even get the retail packaging. I just got the accessory, the 3 dongle tip that it came with, and the unit itself. The unit is going to be black. It's got a really shiny piano black finish, which does attract fingerprints. You'll be wiping it down constantly, but someone like me, I'm not too worried about that. First thing you'll notice right here on the top is the battery indicator. It looks like a little battery there. Shut off one of these lights, and when you hit the button here on the side, you get the current state of charge on the internal battery on the device, and that's also how you start up the device when the screen isn't on, the device is off. So you plug something in, for example my cell phone here, so you get that cord in there. The device will show that it's charging by moving this graph up and down. It's a little 4-bar graph to show the state of charge. So as far as other things on the device, you really don't have anything else except for the front portion here, which is going to contain 3 different ports. You have output number 1, which is going to be your high current USB port. That provides 2.1 amps at 5 volts. Your output number 2 is going to provide 1 amp at 5 volts, and then your center port is the micro USB in for charging the internal battery at 800 milliamp hours. So a nice slow trickle charge to keep the battery nice and happy. It also comes with the 3 USB dongle. That includes a micro USB, which, as you can see with me charging my cell phone, works out quite well. It is the standard nowadays for non-Apple devices. A lot of tablets, a lot of cell phones are utilizing that. You have the old standard, which is mini USB, which this unit charges from. You can use the included cord to charge up the unit. Just plug it into your computer or wall outlet. It's a really low output for 800 milliamp hours, so you can charge it from your laptop or a wall outlet easily. And then you have the popular Apple 30 pin output, which is going to be used by older Apple devices. So pretty nice they include that cord. The cord isn't perfect. It works good if you have your cell phone laying on a flat surface, but I did find it to have some connectivity issues. So as you can see, I can wiggle it around a little bit, and well, it's actually working fine on this. Nope, there we go. Kind of doesn't like to keep contact, but what's nice about this having female USB ports is you can pretty much plug in your own cord, and that's what I do most times. But it's nice to have this tri-adapter in case you have people that need a recharge and they have one of these specific tips that they require. So as far as other things on the device, you just have the base here, which, if my lighting will work out correctly, will show you that it has a capacity of 12,000 milliamp hours and the outputs that I listed for the USB ports, and that's pretty much it on the unit. As you can see, black piano finish, ton of fingerprints, which is to be expected. So you guys probably don't really care what the device looks like. You want to get an idea of how this is going to recharge and how long it's going to provide power for your various devices. So starting off right here, my Samsung Galaxy Note, which is a pretty large cell phone, 4.7 inch display, 2500 milliamp hour battery, pretty beefy phone. I get around 4 to 5 recharges down from 10% on the internal battery on the phone until I completely kill the power bank here, which is pretty good. This is a giant phone. A lot of people with smaller phones, the Samsung Galaxy S3, S4, Apple, whatever they call it, the iPhone, Nexus devices, you name it, anything smaller than this, you're probably going to get around 6 to 7 charges, just because this is such a giant phone. It's kind of a cross between a phone and a tablet. And speaking of tablets, I do have a Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch as my main tablet. Uses quite a bit of power, especially since I watch my local news and Netflix on here. I also do some YouTube watching and Reddit. So I'm primarily using a lot of power with this device. I have the power saving turned off. Does have a dual core processor, and I'm usually Bluetooth streaming because I don't like the internal speakers on this when I'm watching Netflix. So it's using quite a bit of power. Display brightness full on. So I'm getting the worst possible battery life that I can get out of this guy. Supposed to get around 8 hours worth of battery life. The most I've ever seen is around 5.5 hours with my particular settings. So this has a 4,000 milliamp hour internal battery with the external power pack connected. When this has a full charge on here, I'm able to run for an additional 10 to 12 hours. Or if I kill the battery in this and then try to recharge it from the external power bank, I get around 2 full charges. So for this little small 7-inch tablet, it does pretty good. For larger tablets, things like the 9.7-inch iPad or the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 or 3, 10.1-inch, those are going to have battery capacities around the same capacity as the internal battery on the external power bank. You might get 1 full charge out of it. You're definitely not going to get 2. But they also have on their website, Banggood that is, a larger power pack, which I believe is twice the capacity of this, and then they have an even larger one if you're interested in that. Those cost between $40 and $50 if I remember correctly. So as far as little other odds and ends I run off of this, of course I mentioned my Bluetooth speaker. Get around 8 full charges from the power bank before this runs out. And I do use this Bluetooth speaker quite a bit. Also like using it for my field cameras. These are my little bloggy cameras that I have. Not the best quality, but they are good in a pinch. Multiple charges. I haven't really tested those out with these for the full capacity, but I have charged these cameras multiple times at certain events without really putting a dent in the external power bank here. So compare with my previous USB power packs. I believe this one here is, let's see, this one is a 3 amp hour, so roughly 4 times the size of my previous power pack. And I believe this Tech Fuel MD is either a 3 or 4,000 milliamp hour. And generally with my cell phone, and I don't believe my tablet would charge off of these because they provide low amperage output. But with my cell phone, I would get 1 charge off of each one of these devices, which led me to have to carry 2 of them. And that's kind of difficult. This one carries the same input as the power bank, so it recharges off of micro USB, which isn't that difficult. But my Xantrex unit here, this charges off of a proprietary barrel plug, which if I ever lose that cord, I'm pretty much up the creek, because I don't believe they make this unit anymore, and the cord is difficult to find. So it's nice to have a standardized input and output on the power bank. So I hope that gave you guys an idea of how it would operate with some of your devices. I know a lot of people nowadays have tablets and larger cell phones, and you probably, like me, stop watching TV as much and watch TV on your phone or tablet, and your batteries die quicker that way. So you're going to need something like this external power bank to keep your devices going, unless you're tethered to some sort of wall socket or vehicle outlet. So this comes in handy quite a bit. Again, I mentioned for emergency purposes as well as just everyday use. And the fact that it only costs 29 bucks is definitely a great bargain, especially when it comes to these power packs when they're usually much more expensive. So if you guys want to check this out, go ahead, check the link in the description. I'll also go ahead and link some of the larger power packs in case you have one of the larger iPads or tablets that require a much larger charging force. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.